Cool. So first things first, I want to touch base on controls for everybody. WASD, how you move forward. W, S back. A and D is left and right. X is to sit down. Yep. And then spacebar is jump. Pretty simple as far as that. Just wanted to make sure everyone. Oh, and shift is sprint. You hold that down to sprint. I don't know if I just said that, but I want to make sure that everybody can keep up, so we don't have people stuck back here. So right now we're on the launch pad, like we said earlier. This is going to be where the ships go. It's pretty big, so the ships are going to be pretty big as well. Every origin doge that hatches out of an egg will get an egg shell, and that shell is going to be burnable for a ship. And then, so the more eggshells you have, the more ships you can get. So if you wanted to buy, like we were talking about earlier, if you wanted to buy an eggshell on the open market, you would essentially get a ship with it. It's a burn mechanic to get rid of the eggshell and in return to get a ship. There is going to be a bunch of different ones. Right now, I believe every one of them is unique. There's certain base models, but every one of them looks different. So you don't need to worry about having the same ship as somebody else. And if you want a cooler ship or something different, you can, of course, grab that from the open market. All right, let's make a move to the base over here on our side right here. Right. Very cool seeing all the dogs coming running.
Yeah, it is.
They're like leading the charge.
Actually, feels pretty good, but it's not gonna lie.
I had to bring out the Cyber League colored Corgi for this. All right.
It locked me out.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, all right, so this is going to be... There we go. We got the... this is one of the bases. The bases will be for, every dog will have one. We would like to aim to create, like, almost furniture and ways to furnish your entire base, whether it be from something simple like couches and chairs to, putting arcade games in here or, maybe a top-down pool game you can play with other people. So just interactive stuff that you can just do kind of just, when you're hanging out with your buddies. We'll also want to add NFTs, so you can like, hang up your NFTs, essentially create like a little museum to your own stuff. And we'll get somebody with some static. Let's see if we got someone here. Brian, do you mind muting your microphone?
It takes me to the same screen that I was already on and says that I have joined.
You're in.
We hear you.
It does not do anything.
Brian, you're in here. Brian.
Which Brian?
Sorry,
Brian Ball.
Brian
Ball, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Let's see if we can get him situated before we continue. Brian?
I like how if you scroll under your dog's, like if you look all the way up, he has a tongue wagging. That's so cool. Like if you look under his chin, I don't know. I like that little detail. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool features. Anyone here rocking a golden retriever? Looks like Chris is. When the golden retriever runs, the ears flop. I think that's a cool little feature. The attention to detail, like even just looking around the base itself, the reflections of the walls.
Yeah.
When you run by stuff, you can see your dog in the reflection. David did an excellent job creating this world. So, all right, let's take the tour down to the eggs. I know a couple people have got there already, but we're gonna head down there. I locked everyone out. Okay.
Yeah, there's a guy named Bob down there earlier, which is why I went down there, and then he logged out.
Oh. Let's see, we got some people coming.
Items you might end up seeing are like, dog beds that might reduce your fatigue. Or, so let's say just hypothetically you got a 24 race limit in a 24-hour span. You might have a bed that might make that a 20-hour span, or different items that can be created with your scraps and different your rewards over time that enhance, which are nice. You have a nice cosmetic effect and also do some sort of not necessarily advantage to your competition because everything's based on provably fair mechanics, etc. But to boost your interaction with the metaverse.
Cody, do you mind messaging Brian? He said he's having an audio problem where he can't hear anything. I want to get it cleared up without taking too much out of this.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yep.
Brian.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Brian.
There we go.
Hey guys, there was some blocker on the microphone which I just undid. It was completely blocked.
Oh.
All right. All right, Brian, we are giving a tour of the metaverse right now. I don't know if you wanted to be able to hop in, but this is the hatchery. I mean, you can also see us on the streams as well. So this is a hatchery. All these eggs are the origin eggs that we were talking about earlier that the dogs come from. So the origin dogs are, you get an egg, and then you can hatch them. You can hatch as many eggs as you want at a time. And when you get that, you get your dog, which is ran through VRF, Chainlink's VRF. And then you also get the eggshell. The eggshell is going to be burnable for a ship. You know, the more eggshells you have, the more ships you have. And so this is the hatchery that's holding all those dogs, you know. And this is something that we put together because we wanted to be able to almost interact with as much stuff as we possibly could in game, from D-apps to, you know, just, you know, other mini games and features. And ideally, we would like to be able to let you hatch your dog in real time. You know, if you have an egg, you don't need to tab out of the game to go to the website. You just go to the hatchery and boom, you hatch your egg, and then you get your dog out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting features to be able to integrate more and more stuff into the in-game process. Cody and I have always said we wanted to create a game you didn't need to tab out of. From being longtime gamers, we understand as soon as you need to do something else, you have to tab out to a new window, and then, you know, half the time these games will crash when you tab out, just because that's how it is. So we can lock you into it and not have you have to, you know, constantly closing windows and open windows and all that back and forth. We're going to do that. Also, on that note, I wanted to mention, if you hit Alt-Enter, you can window mode your game.
Ooh.
That's a little feature that if you're like me and you're
That's
running
real good.
Discord and stuff, it's nice to be able to switch seamlessly until we can get all those overlays and stuff brought into the game. Guys, anyone have any questions on, you know, Origin dogs and classic dogs? Cool. So also the difference between the Origin and Classic, there'll be no race advantage to the Origin over the Classics. Cody said we wanted to keep everything verifiably and provably fair. Creating a breed of dog with a limited supply that's better than the other ones wasn't something we wanted to do. So there's no racing advantages, but the perks that come from an Origin dog are maybe breeding, reduced breeding fees or seeding rewards. You know, you get your ship, you'll get future whitelist and airdrops. Stuff that comes out for the game will be priority to the Origin dog holders. And then whether we whitelist the classic dogs or just go to a public sale will be determined based on what we're releasing. But Origin dogs will always have that first perk, that first advantage to get any new things coming out.
Finally.
What was that? It sounded like you were breaking up.
I said finally.
Finally, yeah.
First person to get up here who hasn't been up here, we'll give a dog to.
Okay. Let's see, I'll do this. There you go. So yeah, does anybody have any, like, you know, any questions about the gameplay? Any comments, suggestions? We want to bring the community in as much as possible.
It doesn't really take very long.
Did somebody get up there? But yeah, we want to try to incorporate the community as much as possible and build a game that's not, you know, we're building the ethos in general for more than Doge Run. We're building it for partners, you know, like Cyberly, and creating worlds and planets for them. So we want to take into account everybody's, you know, suggestions and information and questions. It's very important to us to be able to, like, look to the people we're working with and say, what do you want in it? What can we do to make this better for you? Oh, we got Nico.
You guys have a link somewhere?
A link.
Do you guys have like a feedback link?
Oh, we can do it. We have a contact us on our website. We also have a ticket system in our Discord that you can open tickets
in the Discord.
Yeah, it's probably the best bet. It pings all the moderators in there, and then we see it. And we can pass it off to the appropriate team.
Oh,
Cody, I think we got our winner up there.
Jeff was up there.
Cody, I made it. Where's my dog?
You made the dogs.
Oh, yes, yeah. DG Barron, by the way, is our developer. He's the one who put this beautiful world together.
What's up, guys?
Bow before the creator.
He's over here lording on us up top there.
Same,
Just
but
chasing my
different.
tail.
Chasing the tail.
Yep.
Chris has found the moonwalk feature.
Yep. Yeah, so there's we're very excited to be able to Stealthy, I just saw you look. I didn't think you were actually chasing your tail.
The dog. Oh no,
Look at him.
he's moving so fast I can't see. That's funny.
Yeah, so a little bit about the planet too. This is where we are on Titan, which is Saturn's moon, which is why you saw Saturn off in the distance over there. One of the fun facts about it is that the sound you hear while you're in this game is the actual sound from the NASA excursion to Titan. That was something that David had added to it. So this, what you hear in the game is what you'd hear on the actual planet.
That's super cool.
That's super cool, yeah.
Yeah, so the little David, you did a great job with like the little features we talked about. Someone mentioned having the tongue hang out. I mentioned the retriever's ears flop when they run.
Yeah, there's gonna be more attention to detail is very important to me, and in general, I think so. There's gonna be more, where that came from. It's gonna be a lot more, and it's gonna be more features, more interactivity, more. It's just gonna become it's just gonna be huge. There's no limit to this, So we're just gonna. I'm very excited personally. So to put out all these features that I have in mind and that you guys have in mind, and bring them to life, is gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
It's always great working with somebody who genuinely enjoys what they're doing, because we've had to tell some developers like, you need to go to sleep, like you need to take a break, and when people like enjoy what they do, you just get a very solid product out of it. And just from looking around the environment, simple things like the methane gas that's on this planet is just, you look up, you see the green gas and it moves. You see the clouds are rotating around the place, around the planet.
Yeah, it's dynamic. It's completely dynamic. So it's like it's random, dynamic. So it's never the same, Little things like that, and all the worlds are. I aim to do that to every single one of the worlds we create. It's just going to be unique and meticulous attention to detail.
Yeah, and that's going to go for like when we make provider planets. If you have a custom design that you would like, I think David mentioned before, if you want to have no gravity, you want to have heavy gravity, you want it to rain diamonds, we can make it happen.
Want it to rain diamonds.
I'm looking forward to whoever commissions that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see, because like we said, the ethos isn't just for Doge Run. And the fact that we're going to have other people coming in with other ideas, the world as a whole, from planet to planet, is going to be so interesting to move from. Whether it's like a forest planet or a snow planet or robots or whatever it may be, being able to just change your entire paradigm just by going through a teleporter keeps it fresh and new.
And these, like the Doges, think about them. They make good companions, or things with disc. They make good companions, or they're really your first. This is the first avatar, but it's only something that's an interchangeable piece, and your name floating above it can be changed to your account name, and then all the different avatars or different characters that can be transitioned into the game, based on that FBX file, and then the worlds that can be customize around it, and then have random weather patterns, and all features in the game, anything that has money being verifiably random using Chainlink, and using things like the verifiable randomness functionality as the RNG for function for game mechanics and reality mechanics, and upgrading this world as much as we can is almost making it indistinguishable from reality.
Exactly, and for anyone who's unfamiliar with VRF, it's Chainlink's verifiable randomness function, and basically what it is a provable on-chain way to randomly generate a number. We've always dealt with RNG through other games that it's purely random. Sometimes you feel like you're not getting the luck. Sometimes you got no idea how it's picking what it's picking. With this, it's all on-chain. And there's no way to manipulate it as well. The nodes need to react, and if somebody were to corrupt one of the nodes, it just wouldn't send back the picked number, essentially. So by doing this, it makes it so, Cody and I can't get whatever dog we want from the mint, from the egg, from the competitions, whatever it is. We can't influence it. David can't influence it. Nobody can. It's 100% fair. Now the dogs have stats which are going to be weighted into the competitions, and that will be the changing dynamic for competing. But that's the most influence we have on anything, is just stats, and even the stats were randomly generated. So we'll be able to have different planets, different competitions, some benefiting certain stats more than others, and then that's going to come into play when you're learning your dog. That's a big factor in this, is you need to learn how your dog wants to compete, whether it's really lucky, or it's really fast, or it's got great endurance. All these factors come into play every time you want to put them up against another dog. So knowing your dog is almost going to be better than having the best one. If you can properly decide how you want to use it, you're going to do better than somebody who's just like, oh, I got a good dog, I'm going to put it anywhere.
This is really sick, guys. Question, what are your thoughts on adding like a slide feature? I don't know if you guys play Apex, but like going down some of these hills, be kind of sick.
Some of the hills are an auto slide feature. They're steep enough.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's something on David maybe can answer. I know somebody brought up strafing, and it looked silly for the dogs when they strafed. So that's why we'd
gotcha.
a left or right turn. But I don't know if he wants to create a slide feature or something like that. I don't know how it would look specifically for the dogs.
Fair enough.
I would have to work on the animations for that and see how that would play out. But if it's not something that's too intensive, or too time consuming, I could definitely dish that out and see if we can add it just as a feature.
Dope.
And not just for this planet, like other planets who have hills like this.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, and we mentioned the strafing thing with the dogs, but that's not to say that if Cyber Elite's character won't do it. Stuff will be unique to the avatar or the companion, and we could probably add some of those features in.
Right, that's correct. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Also, if you guys are having some frame rate problems, or low frame rates, if you know your GPU, you can share that with me. That way I can make minimum system requirements for this, because I'm trying to optimize as much as I can so that it's friendly for the majority of people, but not everyone has a powerful enough GPU to handle it. So, because I see some frame rate skips, like maybe one person, I think maybe MK. Is that Chris?
That is Chris.
Yeah, maybe his PC's being taxed, or maybe he's I don't know how it looks in his screen, but from my perspective, it looks a little choppy. He's looking a little choppy.
I know that the only previous issue we've had was due to a poor internet connection. So that could be. I know Cody had an issue with it a while back, but I don't know if it was GPU related or if he just had a poor connection which was causing it. Is anybody having any frame rate problems?
No, I'm not.
No.
Okay, sweet.
That's good to know.
Yeah, mine looks great.
Cool. Yeah, if anybody
really getting in there yourself as opposed to just seeing someone else's video is like such a different feeling for the space. Like I kind of saw the things. I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then you get in there and you're like, oh, okay.
David, it's Chris. I'm sorry, I disconnected myself instead of unmuting my mic. Yeah, I'm definitely having some frame rate stuff, but that's my PC. It's not built for this.
Gotcha. Okay. If you get a chance, if you can, it's no big deal. But if you can just give me the name of your GPU, or if you don't have one, then that might explain it. But if you do, that way I can kind of narrow it down so that I can give a minimum system requirements for users going forward. That way they'll know.
You got it. I'll give you whatever you need. No problem.
Thank you, Chris.
Perfect. And yeah, like Cody was saying, we've streamed this before in Discords, but it's a different feeling when you get in there and you play. It's when it's running smooth, you feel how easy how clean it is when the dogs turn and stuff. And just the more it expands, it's going to be very exciting to have different features added to different avatars and see how different things move and interact. And like Cody said before, dogs can be avatars or companions. So if you have another avatar, you can have your little dog running next to you as well.
I did it! I got on top of the egg.
You got up there?
Hey.
Yeah, I got a couple up there.
Congratulations.
How did you do that?
I literally, if anybody's been watching me for like the last 2 minutes, I've just been going. So I think shift makes you run faster.
Yeah, if you hold
so
shift
I've
down, you
been
sprint.
Yeah, I've been sprinting and just literally what W to get up there and just did it over and over.
Nice.
Just ran at it.
You just keep running at it
I've
to try and get
jumping
as
on top
much
of
speed as
people.
possible. Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like you got to do teamwork. Is what I realized. You jump on someone else.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
I should implement a double jump feature for like that can be unlocked.
Well, they are super dogs, man. So double jumps wouldn't be the.
Well, you should put in like a achievement unlocked for getting up there.
That's
kind of
really
like in Borderlands when you jump on the head of one of the monsters and then you get the plumber Mario achievement.
It's a 1-up. That's fun. Alright, so now your next task is getting on top of this big rock up here by the base that I'm sitting on
Oh.
top of.
That one's hard, man. I don't know how you did that.
I would have to leave my achievement spot.
I don't count. I don't.
You have to
Yes.
get on the little feature
Yep.
next to it first. It's a little building.
There's no secrets. I can't tell you the secrets, man. The
Fair
sauce.
And as Tyler was saying earlier,
Everybody else hasn't even gotten up here yet. I can't tell you how to do it once they haven't even seen it.
I'm working on a feature. Remember, Cody, we were talking about this back then, so that you can actually browse the web inside the metaverse. So you don't
Yeah.
even have to go to the browser. You can open up a page here. It'll open up like a projector almost, but and then you could watch Netflix on it or go to Spotify, what have you.
Or go to Uniswap.
Now,
or
David,
Trader
would that open up a specific browser, like an in-game browser, or would it open up your Chrome or whatever browser you
No.
use?
It would be an in-game browser, like something I was working on before. But eventually, in due time, when we do require that, I will tackle that and we can implement it.
Yeah, because that'd be excellent to be able to open up your own browser in the game.
Yeah,
I think it'd
absolutely.
be a lot. You could at that point you can do a lot of different things with like you could do a watch party on Netflix, YouTube, or whatever. It may
I
be.
can stream Netflix from up on top of this rock, and we can all watch Ghostbusters together.
Oh, Easto's almost got it. He's almost got it. Yeah, being able to interact with websites and stuff like that, it goes back to not having a game you don't need to tab out of. If you need to Google something, just open up the browser in the game, Google it.
So close.
And then from there, David, right, we go from like browsers, you'll be able to interact with D-apps, so like Cody said, Uniswap and stuff like that. So you'll be able to do everything, like I said, in-game. And if you need to, purchase an in-game item, or you want to buy an egg or a dog or whatever it may be, you can just do it in the game.
We are at Ath, by the way. We have 10 people in the metaverse.
Absolutely. Let's go.
He still
Nice
got
and
up
done,
there. He still got up there.
Had a little bit of a head start on everybody else, so we'll see if anybody gets up here within 30 seconds.
I got stuck in some ditch.
Oh, you fell down the hill.
GD space.
Yeah, so this is like a beta right now, but it's still a very large space. You can there's a whole drop off behind the home base that we haven't even walked over to yet, and you can crawl up the left side, almost going straight to Saturn, and get pretty close. You can crawl up on the rocks that are surrounding the actual outside barrier, and there's some pretty great views you can get just from hanging around at the right spots. And like Cody said, you watch Netflix on that rock, you got Saturn in the background, just be able to relax to it.
You can also hear the methane gas in the background.
Yeah, we got. Looks like I Am Lee is over there at exploring that backyard. Look how far away he is. Like a little dot. This place is huge, and you know this is kind of in correlation to how big the metaverse is going to be, which is why you're going to need a ship. When you want to fly around, it's going to be much easier to bounce back and forth and move across planets with the ship. All right, Nico's been he's been catching on pretty quick to these.
He's clearly gotten up to the landing or the airport outside of Ironforge before. That joke would have been better if you played World of Warcraft.
Yeah, in case anyone hasn't noticed, Cody and I are both longtime gamers. We've played everything together pretty much, so all that kind of influences the different aspects of this, whether it's questing or just party features. We want to add a party feature where you can group up with dogs, have different chat channels and stuff like that. All these things are going to be brought in from outside influences that we've had just through the years of playing, and the stuff that we don't like as well, things that we've dealt with that's frustrating or tedious. We want to try to make the game as fun as possible without being too grindy or repetitive. You know what I mean?
I was scared at first before I figured out what's going on.
did you what happened?
No, so I'm like, trying to look up, like change my camera so I can see you guys and jump up there, right? But at this frame, I think this is like the bottom of my face and the sky.
Oh, when you let go of
right,
the mouse button?
right click around, you can reorient it.
Yeah, I mean I can reorient it, but like seeing this was really funny.
Yeah, that's something that we do need to add, David, a snapback feature. Pretty much where the camera snaps back to a specific point. That way we don't have that, because I do notice sometimes you look around and then when it snaps back, most of the time it's okay. Sometimes it'll put you under the dog or something though.
Yeah, I was working on a fix for that, implementing that, but there was some bugs I was trying to iron out. So yeah, once I get around to it, it should be no problem, and this should snap right, to the to behind the dog.
Perfect. That'll be cool.
Oh, good. No rush. Yeah, I was just.
See, like little things like this though is quality of life stuff that getting people inside the ethos and playing around will bring to our attention. We've been in it before, and we're we're almost used to certain things. So
yeah.
When somebody comes in and says like, "Oh, what happened? I got stuck underneath my dog," it brings attention to the things that we need to correct.
Yeah, bug testing.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And that's why this beta. That's why this beta is open for everybody. You don't need to have a dog to play in it right now. You can pick whatever dog, whatever color you want as well. So you just you can get a free reign on it. Once the live version does go up, you will have to have a dog to it'll connect to your wallet, read your wallet on the Avalanche network, and then you'll be able to pick the dog you own. And we do want to put in a test dog, like almost like a dog with a little vest that you can just beta test around for a little bit.
Your emotional support dog.
Yeah, essentially. That way we give people the option to come in, explore it, see it before they do anything.
Now there's 2 gold dogs. Oh, did I moonwalk Baron? I don't know. I'm just trying to get up on the thing.
We've only got one of the gold dogs that have been minted, the rarest of the gold Shiba Inu, and it is in the dev wallet, and we're hoping to make it claimable for Elon Musk.
A gold
potentially
Shiba
at the 1-year anniversary.
That'd be fun.
So our token went live on April 20th. So that would mean our next anniversary would be April 20th, 2023. So if we get it, if Dogeron's going well, we get some momentum going, I'm just going to spam him until he comes and claims his dog.
We know how much Elon loves the Shibas. And a gold Doge Shiba would be perfect for him. Now,
You gotta be able to mint or mine a Doge from here, though. If you're interested, he likes that Doge mining. He's got his kids all set up on it.
Oh yeah. I believe there is four gold Shibas left to be minted. That'll be last time I checked, like Cody said, it was just one. I don't know if anybody's pulled a real lucky pull. But there is actually we have a scarcity sheet too as well that kind of shows the breakdown of each color combination, what's rare. Doesn't necessarily have a impact on the stats per se, but it is just a cosmetic rarity.
So beautiful. The methane lakes and the rings of Saturn.
Beautiful. Oh, let's get everybody on the launch pad. We got all-time high in here. I want to try to get a group photo of everybody on
Kill
here.
screenshot, guys. Boss kill screenshot.
Boss kill screenshot.
Oh, I didn't even count BJ, so that means we got 11 people.
Cool. BJ, how you doing over there? I know you just popped in. I don't know if you're in the Discord as well, but I see you bouncing around.
I bet that's Brian J. Moff.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. All right, let's line up. Line up next to Tome.
Good job, guys, down in that boss. Good job. Good boss. Good
job. Well, we appreciate everybody getting in here for sure. It's people are generally apprehensive about downloading stuff, and we're happy that everybody was able to download this and get in here. Did anyone have any issues with the login process, the download process?
It was a little bit confusing at first, but I was able to get through it. It just took me like 5 or 10 minutes. It was fine.
What part did you get stuck at? 'Cause I wrote up a guide, but I'm trying to get it as like down to the nitty gritty as possible.
It was right at the start. Like I couldn't figure out how to open it. Like there was not a way to access the file from Edge, and I realized I had to I tried to say keep this or there was a setting for call this file safe, and I clicked it, but then I saw it take me to Microsoft website. So I was like, well, I don't want to fill a form out. But then I realized it's what you have to do, and it just makes you say yes, I think it's safe, and then it'll let you open it after that.
Okay, and that's a Microsoft Edge feature.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I know that on Google Chrome there's a pop-up window that says this is you need to basically give it permission to download. And I tried to tackle that, but I haven't used Microsoft Edge, so that's definitely something that I can add to the.
Yeah, it was very slightly different from what the instructions said, but and yeah, it just took me a little while, and it's only because I clicked out of the website it brought me to, thinking it was just a pop-up or something.
Cool. I will definitely make sure to add that in there.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if it was just me. I got through the download, but I don't tend to like to keep shortcuts on my desktop, so I didn't do that. But when I got to the end where it said launch program, the program didn't launch. So then I just had to go back and find the file to open up myself. I don't think it's a big deal, but that could be something that maybe you guys want to look into. I don't know.
For sure.
Well, and actually one other thing, I tried to put a desktop shortcut, but the desktop shortcut doesn't work. It's just like a blank white page. Yeah. So I had to open Ethos from go track the file down in the computer. So that's the thing.
Okay.
I had the same thing
when
I tried to open it.
Look into the David. That is packaging, right?
That's actually Angel, the way he packaged it, because he told me he would package it. So I'll talk to him about that. It's good notes, so we can pass on to him when it comes to that.
Perfect. Yeah, I've had the desktop. Like I said, I've had the desktop shortcut for so long. I don't know when these things happen. So appreciate that. We'll add the Microsoft Edge to the guide, and hopefully we can get everything situated and squared away. And I completely understand not wanting to have the desktop shortcut. My homepage is covered.
Oh, and then this might be something minor as well, but the chat box, usually I think spacebar usually or enter would get rid of a chat box, but here we don't have that yet. So
yeah, right now it is C to close the window back down.
Yeah, but you have to click somewhere else before that would work.
Oh, okay, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get out of your chat box unless you click out. That's true.
Yeah. So that's why, like, if you see like a couple empty messages, I was trying to get out.
Yeah,
I spammed like 3 earlier too.
Yeah, I believe escape takes you out, but you're right. It should. I think after you send, maybe it takes you out of it.
Yeah, escape works.
Still, you are just spinning.
I was thinking like
Not the
emotes
disco.
could be cool.
Emotes would be sweet.
I wanted to emote at Sunom when he was struggling to get on the rock. I wanted to emote at him.
Little emote wheels.
Yeah, I want to pee on somebody.
I wanted to. Yes, exactly. With your leg.
Flash dance. Why can't I
Or a
flash
fire hydrant.
Yeah, we could probably
Flash
open up some
dance.
suggestions for,
Let's see your moves.
for different dog emotes that we could add into it. I know David would have to model everything to do
Like,
it.
great. I can't wait to rig that.
Yeah, exactly. I
Oh,
think that's a fun feature that we definitely should be able to get in here. Because we got.
Oh, and maybe being able to zoom.
Zoom, okay.
Zoom in or out could be cool too.
Yeah.
Wait, how are you guys spinning so fast?
You can right click to turn faster.
I think yes, Zolte's just whipping his mouse back and forth.
No.
Right click isn't working for
That's how we
me.
get some no-scope headshots.
I'm not gonna tell it. Because then I'll get fixed.
Oh wait, you're right.
I'm not gonna say it because it'll get fixed.
It's the bug we want to keep. The secret bugs.
All right,
The
let's see if we
secret
can get
menu.
everybody on this center circle platform.
Oh, did we not take the picture yet?
No. We already got the picture, but I want to get everybody as grouped up as possible.
Oh.
Get as tight as we can.
The group hug, the biggest group hug in Dojon history.
Move, Nico, move.
East,
It's so crowded. It's so crowded. Booty bump.
Stop pushing me away.
Cody, what do you think about a race to the hatchery for a dog?
We can't get on.
Let's go.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Where am I?
First one to the
Oh, shit.
hatchery gets one.
Aren't all our running speeds the same?
It is, but we can bounce off each other.
Oh.
Wait, where is that?
Crash into somebody.
I don't know.
Where's the street?
Oh wait, are you guys gonna add a map later?
A little
idea, too.
mini map in the corner. Hot tip,
Yeah,
hot
mini
tip.
map.
Bro, you try to pit maneuver me, East.
I think Leet had a little bit
That's
of a
much
head
faster
start.
than me.
Oh yeah, cause didn't he just log in? And
Yeah,
someone
he
spawned
logged
over
out
there?
and logged in
Yeah.
in front of us.
You relogged?
So funny.
Cody starts swinging
Yo,
left and
9,000 IQ.
right. We'll start barricading. It's game night. We gotta have a little fun here.
It's a trap.
David, turn around, start cutting people off.
Dude, it's so funny.
Nico. Okay.
Wait, are we trying to get to a specific one?
No, I think we're just up to here. I think
Yeah, one of the eggs. Okay, now you have to find the egg that's not like the others.
Which one is that? Wait, what are the numbers on the eggs? Are they all different numbers or they're all 2?
Spoiler: they're all the same egg.
Yeah, they're all.
Oh man.
I couldn't be that evil. I thought about it.
So aside from Leet, who had that advantage, I think Easto was the first one to make it up here.
So in the good spirit of racing, and being thankful for everybody jumping in here today. Why don't we have everybody who's not on the team send us over the address, and we'll get everybody everybody a dog who's not working for us already for participating with us today. So if you got an AVAX address, you want to send that to us.
There we go.
Let's go. That's dope.
Wow.
I'll sit that
Thanks,
out
guys.
because I've already won one from you guys before, so I don't want to take that again.
Well, no, we actually sent that to you. It's okay. You can win this.
Oh, okay.
How does one have an AVAC address?
It's the same as your Ethereum.
So it's not the same as your Ethereum address. If you have it on a private wallet or a public wallet.
I'm up again.
Nice. Yeah, your public address that you use for Ethereum is the same for AVAX.
Okay, I'll have to figure that out. I'm very new.
Oh, no worries.
Where do you want us to send that to?
Send it to me on Discord.
Send it to yeah, if you're looking at the Discord name, Dyer777.
Okay, dope.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
I'm gonna take a little screenshot as well, just to make sure that we don't miss anybody here.
I'm really excited to see the future of this game.
Yeah, we're excited to be building it out, man. We appreciate everybody coming in, and hope we had some fun.
That was cool.
It's always fun.
Looking forward to seeing it.
And this is this is just the start. Ooh, I think I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Cody.
No,
I think
it's all good.
If you have a .eth address, I think you need to send us the numerical 632 or whatever it is, 48.
That's unacceptable. Why would that be a thing?
I'll go buy you the .avax.
That's the whole reason of the .eth address.
Well, you can buy the .avax address as well.
Oh, that's right. I know it's AVAX.
But yeah, so just send over your Ethereum public address if that's all you have. If you have an AVAX address, it's the same thing. And then we will do...
We actually moved my dog over to AVAX.
Your dog's already on AVAX.
Oh, you guys moved it. Okay.
Yeah, we did an airdrop to everybody who had a dog, an egg, or eggshell. All of those got their mirror drop.
Oh, cool.
But, you go to nftrade.com, I believe it's .com. And then you connect your wallet, go to My NFTs, and it'll show all your dogs there. And if you haven't looked at them already, Stolte, they got your stats are on them, so you can see what kind of dogs you got.
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah, go refresh the metadata and tell me if you got any good dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, so we definitely appreciate everybody coming out. Yeah, like we said, I just friended everybody in the Discord. We will get your addresses. Help you figure out the AVAX C-chain situation if you're not 100% sure as is. And we look forward in the next couple weeks to getting the MVP of our racing model out and expanding on our metaverse.
Yeah, let us know when you get that, and I'd love to check it out.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you guys hosting us.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys. Appreciate it.
Great job, guys.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Awesome. Talk to you guys later.
For those who might be sticking around,